So what are the workload pressures facing GPs?
GPs currently are facing inordinate pressures. They're seeing more patients than they've ever seen before. The intensity and complexity of care they provide is greater than before. We're seeing patients who previously were being managed in outpatient clinics, patients who were being cared for in hospitals after operations, coming to GP surgeries. So we are actually busier than ever, we're working harder, and unfortunately we're getting more reports of GPs reporting exhaustion and even burnout. So we really do need to tackle this, given that the government expects general practice to deliver so much more in the future.
And how do you seek to address these pressures?
We know that the NHS is facing unprecedented challenges and has financial pressures. We believe that general practice holds the key and offers a solution to these pressures. We know that care can be better managed in the community in many instances, but we need to enable general practice to provide that care. We've seen, paradoxically, a reduction in real-term funding in general practice year on year in recent years. What we need is investment to have more GPs, more space, bigger premises, more staff, more receptionists, more community nurses, so that general practice can actually take on this shifting pattern of care, look after more patients, so that we can spend more time for patients and provide higher quality of care. That's the argument for government to actually understand.
And what attracted you to general practice?
I wanted to be a GP as a medical student the day I stepped into a GP practice as part of my training. I was struck with awe at the remarkable care that my GP trainer provided. You know, enormous diversity, from seeing a pregnant lady to a child with asthma, got to know families over decades. He home visiting and looking after elderly patients who were housebound. And I was really inspired at the care that he provided, and I wanted to do general practice as a career thereafter. What I would like to do in leading the profession is to resurrect that inspiration and the greatness of general practice, and for that to be visible to young doctors, because I still believe it is, to me, the greatest job in medicine. In order for that to happen, general practice needs to be supported, it needs to be developed, and it needs to have the resources so that doctors becoming GPs are able to provide the time, care, attention, and work in premises that are adequate so that they can truly provide patients with the highest quality of care that they deserve. That will provide doctors with the reward of being a GP, and that is what I believe will attract doctors to become GPs, just as I was inspired to become a GP too.